When I first saw the course description for SEED as a course offered here in CRC, I knew that I had to sign up. I had to be a part of something that would educate me, make me aware, open my eyes to new things, and my mind to new thoughts. I've always looked to learn more about people who come from disadvantaged backgrounds. I suppose because I considered myself someone who came from a disadvantaged background. In day-to-day life, I thought of the struggles that people of color have to deal with, the microaggressions that we face in very everyday contexts, or as I like to call microaggressions, paper cuts. I used to really only pay attention to the paper cuts that I and others faced due to the color of our skin or the mannerisms that made us seem to some people different from the norm. SEED has helped me to look at the world and see more than just color and the problems that people of color face. SEED has helped me to see some of the larger problems and problems that affect identities I didn't notice before, and yet have more to do with me than I ever would have thought. These issues relate to me because I am a part of the problem. I am a member of institutions and a member of systems of oppression, and I have privilege. I wouldn't have thought so at the beginning of the semester, but now I know some of the ways, very clear ways, in which I have unspoken privilege and have access to rights that are denied to others. Some of the privilege that I have is evident in the language that I use in day-to-day life, the language that I don't really think too much about. For instance, I've never asked someone what their preferred pronouns are when I first met them. Another way that I continue to oppress and have privilege is in the jokes that I share and the jokes that I laugh at. Because some of the jokes that I laugh at aren't really kind, and though in the moment I might find them kind of funny, aren't really representative of what I really believe and feel. So I've started to question why I laugh along at these jokes, and I've started to make my friends stop and think about the stereotypes we are perpetuating when we think that we're just having a good time. Because of SEED, I have also been thinking and reflecting more on how I can be a better ally to people and identity groups that are oppressed that I hadn't thought of before. One group in particular that I want to become an ally for is the LGBTQ community, an identity that I really shied away from at first. And I know that this desire stems from a somewhat self-serving purpose. I want to become a good ally to the LGBTQ community because I want to become a more supportive sister. I want to grow and learn more about LGBTQ issues because it's something that I never was really too involved in, even though my sister, several friends, and mentors identify as queer. I suppose it was hard for me to reach out and learn more about this identity because in my family and in my circle, it had been made out as something that wasn't quite acceptable or something that shouldn't really be talked about. In high school, I was a part of the GSA, and at one point I stopped going to meetings because people were making assumptions about my sexuality. And as I look back, I am so disappointed in myself because I recognize my privilege, and because I regret letting those assumptions stop me from participating in something so important. Moving forward from this and learning from my mistakes, in the fall I plan to reach out to organizations and groups on campus where I can become a part of a supportive learning community and where I can continue to learn and grow even more than I have in SEED. But I am so thankful for SEED because it has helped me to become aware of identities and privilege I wasn't aware of before, and the power that I have now to go out and change. I am thankful that even though I have not yet arrived, I have begun the journey, and I am now open to the change that needs to happen, and I am taking the steps that I need to reach my goals. I'm pretty sure that I'll never quite finish, because life is a one great lesson, and I know that the people around me will continue to challenge me, and I will continue to learn right until the end.